Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Anchorage Ice Tigers Draft Decoded franchise mode here in NHL 23. So in last episode, we simulated the entire season, and as you can see, we made the playoffs with a 50-21-11 record. We were also surprisingly the best defensive team in the entire NHL. And we're going to be taking on the Vancouver Canucks in the first round, which should be interesting. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a tough task because they do have Ulf Magnusson, who's a very good goal scorer. But it is not at least the Vegas Golden Knights, so we might have a chance this time around. We haven't been out of the first round in like the last 5 years, so hopefully this is the time we get out of the first round, and hopefully we could get back to a Stanley Cup Finals like we did a few years back. So anyways, before we get into this first round matchup, let me show you guys Vancouver's lines again just in case you forget. Also, I forgot to mention in the last episode that our defenseman Dmitry Moroza actually made the playoffs. I didn't take a look at his stats in Anaheim. There's his stats in case you guys wanted to take a look at that stuff. 28 points this year in Anaheim, a -9, but he did make the postseason. So we might have to face him in the playoffs if we get to a round 2 and they get on to a round 2, that type of thing. But here is Vancouver. As you can see, they have a pretty good forward core, a little bit of some weaknesses with Anderson, Harrison, Grabowski, Cunningham, more being fourth liners, Hoodler as well. But they do have Ulf Magnusson, and this guy is probably the real deal. As you can see, he looks like this. His shooting category is absolutely nuts. This guy's had 50 goal seasons almost every year of his career, except for this season where he only had 44 goals. A few years back, he had 46 goals, and then he had 46 there, and 41 in his rookie season even. So this guy's a consistent 40 goal scorer plus, and yeah, he's up to 409 goals, and he's only played 656 games. So we definitely got to find a way to somehow limit his chances. We also do got to contain guys like McEachran, who's actually pretty underrated for an 82, and also Andrei Svechnikov. Gauthier is also pretty solid. Foy. So those 5 guys at least, and also Dolan, I'd say, on the third line. We got to watch out for them in terms of offense. And then you can see defensively, we got to find a way to contain Quinn Hughes, even though he's an 83 only. He's been winning a lot of Norris trophies in this franchise mode, I think, and other franchise modes I've done. So we definitely got to find a way to make sure he doesn't get a lot of points and all that type of thing. But that is their defensive core. And goaltending, their goaltending was not that good this season, but they did make the playoffs. Both these guys had a sub 900 save percentage, but it makes me feel like I'm going to get completely cheesed, and one of them's going to have like a 940 save percentage at the end of the first round. But that's my guess at least, and there's their depth. So what do I make of this team? I don't really know. I think we definitely have a chance, but I said that the last few years, and it's never happened for us. So let's see if we could somehow slay the first round demons, get ourselves to that second round, and beyond that as well, because this team is running out of time to win a Stanley Cup in, and also we're probably going to be losing a lot of good players this offseason. So this is a big chance to prove ourselves that we're actually a contending team. We got to find ways to win through all these teams, and hopefully Vegas doesn't get on to round 2, because they did win the President's Trophy. We just barely missed out actually on the President's Trophy by 1 point. So it'd be nice if Vegas gets the President's Trophy curse and we find a way to win the Stanley Cup this time around. So anyways, here we go. Game number 1 on home ice in Anchorage. Let's see if we could take a 1-0 series lead here. Come on, boys. First period, 2-1 Canucks. Don't really like that. Magnusson already scored on Cox. God damn it, Cox. Cox is back to his normal goaltending performances. We're the best defensive team in the league, and we give up 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. I see you there, EA. I see you. So Cunningham scored, Magnusson scored, and then Jorgensen at least gets us on the board. So the captain trying to get us back in the game. Shots are 13-8 in favor of us, but we've allowed 2 goals on 8 shots. So Cox is in peak playoff performance mode. So we might have to turn to Aiden Tays, who is actually the better of the 2 goalies during the regular season. So I might turn to Tays. If not, we might have to give a chance to Novikov at some point and call him up for a playoff game, which would be pretty nuts to do considering he's only at 73. But he was fantastic in the AHL level, and I want this guy to get a chance to play soon. So we'll see what we have to end up doing if this team ends up losing a lot of games. Second period. Oh my goodness, Cox. Yeah, we're going from being the best defensive team to the worst team defensively, and from a pretty good offensive team to one of the worst offensive teams. So, yeah, our team, I don't feel safe at all that we're going to get out of this first round. We had a great regular season, and now it's going to just come crashing down on us again, like it always does. Dolan made it 3-1. Magnuson scores again. God damn that guy. 4-1. Grabowski makes it 5-1. And then a short-handed goal with 7 seconds left makes it 6-1. They have 6 goals on 20 shots. Yeah, Cox is not a playoff goaltender. Or this game just completely hates me. One of the two. Or it's probably both, actually. But let's sim this third period. See if we can get any goals to help us get some confidence for next game. But yeah, Cox, you're going to get taken out of the lineup next game, or you're going to be the backup at least. Claxton scores to get us back on the board again, 6-2. That's nice. Power play chance, we don't score on it. God damn it. Claxton only had like 6 goals in the regular season as well, so our big guys didn't step up in this game too. And we lose 6-2 in game 1 on home ice. Get booed off the ice probably as well. Shots were 38-27 in favor of us, but somehow their goalies that had terrible numbers are all of a sudden really good, like I was saying. Jorgensen from Harakala and Byron Farrell, and then Claxton from Jorgensen and Harakala. So Jorgensen and Harakala both with 2 points, but that is the only positive from this game. Who is badly minus? Derek Keith was a -3. Oof. Yeah, our top line got completely dominated, apparently. And Taze did come in relief eventually late in the game because Cox was doing so bad, and he made 2 saves on 2 shots. So yeah, Taze is going to be the starting goalie for next game. He is going to be a starting goalie for next game, which is kind of weird putting a 79 overall goalie in net when there's a guy like Magnuson on the other side, but we got to do what we got to do. Cox is not a playoff goalie, and I cannot wait till this guy is gone and off the team in a sense, because he's just not that type of goaltender that we eventually thought when we drafted him. For some reason, elite goalies cannot win games in playoffs. Like a 760 save percentage in one game. That's worse than last year even. Okay, Taze, let's see what you could do, and maybe we'll throw somebody else into the lineup to change up things a bit, like somebody more grindy. So we'll put Vandenbush in. I am going to take Walzer out, because Walzer's a sniper. Ooh, that makes it a minus, though. Huh. Don't like that, though. How good is Reinhardt's face-offs? 70. Cassian's is a 72. Let's put Reinhardt at center. Maybe take Cassian out. Who else is scratched on forward? Oh, it's just only one forward that we had depth. And we'll try this. It's a -1, but we'll try Vandenbush on there and give our team a little bit more grit on that bottom 6. And then, yeah, everything else will stay the same. So basically, Taze is in net, and we did change up that 4th line a little bit. So we'll see if that helps out our team a bit. And hopefully we could play a bit better defensively in this game, or goaltending-wise, I should say, in this game at least, because I don't think it's our defensive core's fault, because our defensive core looks good on paper. It's just it seems like always goaltending has an issue. Okay, let's see what you could do, Taze. First period, 1-0. There you go. That's a good start. Good defensive period. Ted Darby opens the scoring. Shots are 10-6 in favor of us. Hopefully we can add some more insurance to this game, though. Because our offense has been a bit quiet. Only 3 goals in our first 4 periods of this first round. Let's see what happens in the second period. Second period, 3-0. Let's go. Darby and Jorgensen make it 3-0. Shots are 24-17. We're playing much better defensively than last game, and our offense is starting to be better. Hopefully it can continue to do that in the next few games as well, not just this one game only. But yeah, Taze is so far doing pretty well. Let's see what happens in this third period and lock this one down. Power play chance for the Canucks, and they immediately score. Taze's shutout has been broken by Svechnikov. That's unfortunate, but you know they would score eventually. Jorgensen scores again. Jorgensen's on a mission in this playoffs. It seems like he's up to like multiple points in this game as well. Reinhardt scores his first ever playoff goal. It's now 5-1. Reinhardt again scores. That's his second goal of the playoffs and makes it 6-1. And that is going to be your final. So despite getting completely dominated like offensively and defensively last game, we rebound with a great game of our own. So Darby from Jorgensen and Farrell, Jorgensen from Darby and Farrell, Darby from Farrell and Jorgensen. So 3 points already at that point for Jorgensen. Then he scores again from Claxton and Parrott. Reinhardt scores from Zikov and Cassian, and Reinhardt scores again from Kolyainen and Cassian. So the 4th line helped out, and then Jorgensen had like a 4-point night, maybe 5-point night. Yeah, 4-point night for the captain. Darby had 3 points, Farrell had 3 points, Cassian and Reinhardt with 2 points, and a bunch of other guys had some points and some really good plus-minus numbers. I like that a lot. And yeah, Taze was fantastic, so Taze is going to be the goalie again in next game for sure. Because for some reason, a 79 overall can put up a 958 save percentage, while a 83 overall goalie could put up a 760. Doesn't really make much sense, so I don't really know what EA has the sim engine set to, but the sim engine is trash, and it needs to be fixed. Because if we end up getting a chance to win a Stanley Cup with a 79 overall goalie instead of an 83, there definitely is something bad to their logic, and they're not even trying to fix it, it seems like. So, but there you go. There is our roster set again for the next game. Let's hope that our captain Jorgensen continues doing what he's doing. He's got the 6 points in 2 games. So he is definitely on a mission to try and get that Stanley Cup, because he knows that he doesn't have a lot of time left in his career. Maybe like 5 years left at most, or at the least. But yeah, still, he knows that he needs to get a Stanley Cup for his team. Let's see what happens in Game 3 as we shift into Vancouver. Let's see if we can take a 2-1 series lead and see if Taves can continue playing like he did in last game. First period of Game 3. 2-1 us. I will take that. Darby and Darby score. So Darby with both goals. Darby's scoring a decent amount as well. So it seems like our top 6 in general, our second line more specifically, has been really, really good. Magnuson scores on the power play. So we are giving up power play goals against, but it's to be expected when Magnuson is on it. Shots are 11-8 in favor of us. We're up by a goal. Can we add to this lead in the second period? 2-2. The Canucks tie. That's not good. And it's Magnuson again. There's no way to contain this guy. We just got to outscore him somehow. Like, our team has to outscore him, and then we have a shot, right? So, shots are 27-16 in favor of us. They came back from a 2-0 deficit, which has me a little bit scared. So, hopefully, we could find a way to take the lead in this third period. Come on, boys. Let's see what happens. Hey, Jorgensen. Of course, Jorgensen is going to score, but Foy answers right back. But Danner answers with his first ever playoff goal, and Wong makes it 5-3. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Not a great defensive game in this one, but our offense is definitely improving since that first game. That's good. Final 5 minutes here of this third period. Time winding down. And we're going to win 5-3, and we have taken a 2-1 series lead as we have a win on the road, which is nice. So Darby from Bomeister and Jorgensen, Darby from Jorgensen and Farrell, Jorgensen from Darby and Farrell, Danner from Keith and Hartnell, and Wong from LaRose and Claxon. Yeah, that second line has been absolutely unreal. That's 7 points in the last 2 games for Jorgensen. And then Darby with another 3-point multi-point night as well. Farrell as well. Yeah, that second line is carrying us to victory, it seems like. A couple minus players on the team, which was the 4th line, which is and our top pairing as well. Huh. And yeah, Taves wasn't great in that game, but I'm still going to be starting him because he's much better than Cox at the moment. So Darby the first star, Jorgensen the second, and Magnuson the third. Oh, feels good to have a 2-1 series lead, but I mean, I had a 3-1 series lead, I think, when we played the Ducks, and then I ended up blowing it somehow. So hopefully the team continues to find ways to win. 9 points in 3 games for Jorgensen. Yeah, he's on a mission right now. Even more on a mission than Derek Heath was when we went to the Cup Finals, it seems like. So Tay is back in net again. And yeah, that second line is so good. Like, look at this. 6 points in 3 games, 6 assists in 3 games. And yeah, basically everybody on this line is 2 points per game or 3 points per game on average, which is nuts. That is unreal. I really like that. Okay, I don't know about our 4th line being minus in last game, but I will keep it the same for now. If it is minus again, maybe we take somebody out, but Malik Reinhardt's got the 2 goals already in the series, so at least he's doing something well. Maybe we'll go back to putting Walzer in the lineup at some point. But, okay, we have a 2-1 series lead. We have 11 goals in our last 2 games. Can we take a 3-1 stranglehold and have a chance 3 times to knock out the Canucks at least? Come on, boys. Gotta be consistent here in the playoffs. Let's do it again. Let's go, Taves. Let's go. First period, 1-1. I guess I'll take that. Derek Keith scores, so that's good to see the top line getting the goal, considering they haven't really got much in this round. Gauthier scores on Taves to tie the game up at 1 apiece. Shots 11-10 in favor of the Canucks going into the second. Can we find a way to get that lead in the second period, or is it going to be still tied, or are we going to be trailing going into the third? Second period, 3-1 us. Let's go. Parrott and Keith. The top line is answered now. Let's go. So the top line is now doing well in this game, which is huge because it was really quiet, like I said, but now it's starting to wake up as well, just like that second line was doing. And now that is going to give us a good chance at hopefully finding a way to finish this series off. So we're up by 2 goals going into the third. Let's see what happens in this period and see if we could take that 3-1 stranglehold on the Canucks. 4-1, Wong scores, let's go, and Parrott scores to make it 5-1. Let's go, top line. Thank you for answering my prayers of hopefully scoring some goals. But we have been doing so good offensively the last 3 games. It makes me feel like we're just all just going to dry out offensively the next 3 games. Hartnell makes it 6-1. Hartnell makes it 7-1. God damn, guys. Yeah, we're going to lose the next 3 games. Watch, and we're not going to score any goals. I think that's the exact same thing that happened with us against Anaheim, so that's why I'm kind of skeptical, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong. So Keith from Harakala, Keith from Hartnell and Harakala, Parrott from Keith and Zikov, Wong from Claxton and Taze got an assist. Nicely done, Taze. Parrott from Hartnell and Harakala, Hartnell from Parrott and Keith, and Hartnell from Keith and Parrott. So that top line, fantastic numbers in that game. And yeah, Derek Keith had 5 points, was a +5. Hartnell had 4 points, a +5. Parrott had 4 points and a +4. Harakala and Zikov were a +7 each. God damn, that's the best plus-minus I've ever seen in Sim. Wow. +7 in a game. So they were out there for every single goal we scored. Unreal. Unreal. And then somehow Danner and Coley Minor were a -1 in that game, but whew. And great numbers from Taze. Things are looking good in this series right now, but they could all come crashing down at the moment. So Keith, 5 points, gets first star. Parrott and Hartnell are your second and third star with 4 points apiece. God damn, what a game. So this team's doing really well, but it has me skeptical because we lost the first game really badly. Then we've been on a roll the last 3 games. It makes me feel like we're just all of a sudden not going to score. Because we've got now 18 goals in our last 3 games, scoring an average of 6 goals a game. Are we going to be able to close out the Canucks? I could always go back to Cox at some point, but I don't feel like it's necessary because of Taze's performances. Like if Taze has a game where he has like a below 850 save percentage, then I'll probably go back to Cox. But right now, Taze is definitely the man. He's got a 934. Cox had a 760 in his only game. So let's see if we can close out the Canucks and learn from our mistakes. Like I said last time, we had a 3-1 series lead. I'm pretty sure it was against Anaheim, and we end up getting like 3 straight losses afterwards. So I hope that is not the case. Can we find a way to the second round for the first time since we went all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals? First period, 4-4. Whoa. So a very bad first period for Taze. 4 goals on 15 shots, but our offense is still unreal. Parrott with 2 goals, Hartnell with 2 goals in that first period as well. And yeah, that's a very offensive first period. I do not like the defensive play. I don't like the goaltending in that period. I like the offense, but yeah, that's a bit of a nervous thing for our team. Hopefully our team has a better defensive period in the second, though, because I wouldn't like this to be going on all game long, because it kind of scares me that our team is definitely not supposed to be in this predicament. Second period, 5-4 for Vancouver. That's not good. 17 seconds left in the period. Taze gives up a goal. Shots are 26-25. Yeah, I might go to Cox next game, because Taze ain't used to this many starts consecutively or something. We're down by a goal going into the third. Come on, guys. We need to find a way to win this game and this series, or else this is going to get a little bit nerve-wracking. Come on, boys. Our offense has been like elite level. We got like 22 goals in our last 4 games. We need to tie this one up here. And we're probably not going to find it. It's going to seem like it's going to be a 1-goal loss, and then we're not going to be able to score again. Watch. Power play late, and we do not convert. And we lose by 1 goal. Now I'm assuming we're going to not score any goals in the next 2 games. Watch. And we're going to end up losing in 7. I've seen that happen before, so that's my guess. Hartnell from Keith and Danner. Hartnell from Parrott and Keith. Parrott from Kizikov and Hartnell. And Parrott from Keith and Hartnell. God damn that line. So that top line did well in that first period, but then nobody could score since, which kind of sucks. But Hartnell 4 points. Parrott and Keith with 3 points apiece. And any badly minus players, Wong, LaRose, and Claxton were all -2. And that fourth line was minus again. And yeah, Taze was very bad. We had the 3 stars in the game despite our loss. That is weird. So yeah, I am going to make an adjustment, and we are going to go back to Cox, and I am going to put Walzer back on the fourth line, because the fourth line has been minus a couple times in this series. So I'm going to rework that a little bit, and hope that that helps our team get the series clincher. So Walzer injected back into the lineup, and I don't think there's going to be any other changes, right? Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any other changes to the team other than Cox being the starter for this game. So Cox, let's see if you have it in you, man. You had a really bad first game. You're getting a second chance here to prove yourself worthy to this team. And hopefully you can get us to that second round. We've been in this predicament multiple times. We need you to have your best game of your playoff career. And we need the defense to play good and better than last game. We need the offense to continue doing what it's been doing in this round as well. Here we go, Game 6 in Vancouver. Looking to close out the series, or are we going to another Game 7? First period, 4-1 for us. Let's go. That's actually huge. That's huge. We don't want to blow this now. Cox gives up 1 goal on 9 shots, which is not terrible, but it's not great either. Farrell, Reinhart, Keith, and Darby score. That's a great first period. Good defensive play, goaltending a little bit average, and then offensive play continuing to be fantastic. We need to find a way, though, to make sure we keep our foot on the gas pedal, because I know Ulf Magnusson is one of those type of players that could change games. So, second period, still 4-1. We have a 3-goal advantage going into the final 20 minutes of play. And if we can hold them off, we are going to be going to the second round for the first time in like 5 years. Let's see what happens. Come on, boys. The offensive level has been great. We need to play better defensively for sure next round, but hopefully the goaltenders do good as well. Roman Schmidt makes it 4-2, but that's okay. We still have a 2-goal advantage. Hughes makes it 4-3. Don't do this to me, Sean. Don't do this to me. Oh my goodness, Sean did it. Sean did it. Cox, you dumbass mother. Oh my god. We had a 4-1 lead in a Game 6 where we could close out the series. See, we're not going to lose. We're going to end up losing this game in overtime, and then we're going to lose in Game 7. I think I've seen the exact same type of sim engine not that long ago when we played Anaheim. God damn it, guys. I'm not going to blame the forwards. Not going to blame the defense on that. I'm going to blame the goaltending on that. 4 goals on 33 shots is okay, but... God damn it, Cox. You literally had 14 minutes to close out the series. And you blow it. And now we're going to overtime where likely I feel like a Canuck is going to score. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's get the winner here. Let's get the winner. Oh, see, like, look at that. McEachern scores and we're going to a Game 7. And now we're not going to score a single goal in Game 7. And we're going to end up losing in 7. God damn it. We had a 4-1 lead. And we blew it. Farrell from Darby, Reinhart from Walzer and Cassian, Keith from Parrott and Hartnell, and Darby from Farrell. Like, our offense is so good that it needs to get onto the second round, because then I'll definitely have a chance to win the Cup. But if it loses in 7 games here, you know the Canucks are going to go on and win the Stanley Cup. You just know it. This is not fun. So you had that chance, Cox, but you are going to be taken out. You are going to be taken out. You are not good enough. You were supposed to close out the series. You have an .813 save percentage. We're going to... I could go to Taze, who's been the better goalie, or we could try and call up Novikov. Did the AHL team get eliminated? No, they're still playing, it looks like. Do they have another goalie, though? They do. Oh, okay, yeah, they have Cano. We are going to call up Novikov as a 73 overall goalie and throw this kid into the fire, basically, and give him a Game 7. Basically, show us what he's made of going into next year. So, I will have to send down a player, but that's okay. We will send down Bomeister, I guess. Yeah, Bomeister. But yeah, this might be a really stupid move, putting in a 73 overall goalie in, but it also might be a genius move. Who knows? I am going to scratch Cox because I'd rather Taze be the backup for this game. And we'll see what this kid can do. See what this kid can do. So Novikov is in. Oh man, I'm kind of scared about putting in a 73 overall goalie, but you know, What do we have to lose at this point? Let me also go to edit player for a second here and go to goalies so we could see what Novikov looks like. And yeah, I really hope he could win this game somehow for us. Maybe he could be like the Cam Ward and win a Stanley Cup in a rookie season. Even though this isn't really his rookie season anymore. But let's me change up his gear quickly so he actually has good gear. Actually, yeah, I should actually do this, I guess. Because this would look much better. So let me get this set up a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Ice Tigers, boom, boom, boom. Let's do something like a blue stick. Just so you guys can see a little bit of behind the scenes on what I am making these guys' pads look like and stuff like that. And then we're going to also have to apply the team colors to this as well. But yeah, hopefully he get us this Game 7 win. I'm not going to be mad at him if he doesn't, but I'm really mad at Cox. Holy crap, what a bad playoff goalie. What a bad playoff goalie. Like, have you guys ever seen somebody simulate that bad? Because I don't think I ever have. Like, it just doesn't seem like any elite goalies could do well in the playoffs. Unless they're like Vasilevsky or something. Okay, so that's good on the pads. That actually looks kind of cool. Oh, man. Why are we going to be potentially a first-round exit again? Watch, after all this complaining, we're going to somehow find a way to get out of it. So we'll do a couple of those blue zones. I don't even know if I'm doing this right again. Actually, wait a second. Let me go to the pads and just apply it to all instead and then just leave it like that. Even if it changes the stick color, so be it. There you go. It should look pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. Don't really care too much about the stick. There you go, Novikov. Now that your gear is set and we've seen what you look like, let's get that Game 7 victory. An 18-year-old getting thrown into a Game 7 situation. I would feel bad for this guy. He's definitely going to be nervous, but he might be, you never know, he could be like Kochikov and be really good as a young goalie. So we're going to do a real-time simulation here. Do we want to make any other changes quickly, though? Throw something random at this team? Or do we keep the team as is? Let's try and flip Harakala and Danner. That's the only thing I'm going to change up. Because Danner's been pretty solid, so. Here we go, Game 7. Vyacheslav Novikov. Aiden Tays is the backup. Let's see what this 73 overall goalie could do in a Game 7 for us. Come on, 18-year-old, you got this, man. Zikov opens the score, and that's a great way to start a Game 7. Still lots of time obviously left in the game, and Gauthier scores on the second shot. I feel bad for this kid getting thrown into this situation. 2 goals on 4 shots. Did I make the wrong decision? Probably. Short and a goal, though, from Avery Parrott. I will definitely take that in this first period to tie the game up at 2. And it's looking like it's going to be up a 2-2 tie after 1 with the shots in our favor, 13-7. So not a great start for Novikov, but at least our team is still scoring goals here in this Game 7. Let's continue to simulate and see if we can get that lead in the second period, because this is a very crucial period to who ends up winning the Game 7. So let's see what happens. Come on, boys. Come on, let's get that next one. Penalty kill, and they get a power play goal again. God damn it, Gauthier. God damn it. Come on, guys, let's answer back again. Hey, yes, let's go pair it with a power play goal of our own. And then LaRose scores. Let's go, LaRose. He hasn't really done much offensively for us, but I will take that. And Hartnell makes it 5-3. Let's go. We have a 2-goal lead for the first time in this game. That is huge, but McEachran makes it 5-4 late. If I'm the coach, I'd be taking Novikov out by now, but 4 goals on 17 shots ain't good for the kid, but our offense at least is definitely competing with the Canucks. It's just going to come down to this last 20 minutes of play now. Novikov, just don't think about any of the goals that you've allowed. Just think about the future of this period. Just think about your offense hopefully scoring more goals for you and getting us that Game 7 victory. You're obviously going to be sent back down to the AHL after this game, but this was just a trial run to see if you're ready for the NHL yet. Let's see what happens here in this third period. See if we could hold off the Canucks in Game 7. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's go. Pair it with another goal on the power play. That's huge. That is huge. Penalty kill, a short-handed goal. No, it's not a short-handed one, but Cassie in the seventh, at the third round, or not third round, I'm saying the fourth line player makes it a 3-goal lead. That is huge. Final 5 minutes, and we are going to go to the second round, just barely holding off the Vancouver Canucks, and Novikov gets a win in his debut, despite having a pretty bad performance, to be honest. But oh my goodness, our team was so good offensively in that first round. It's probably going to all dry up in the second round, but we have finally got out of that first round defeat that we've had the last 4 years because we were so good offensively. Like, our offense was the main reason why we won this for sure. Zikov from Claxton and Harakala, Parrott from Wong and Zikov, Parrott from Jorgensen and Claxton, LaRose from Zikov, Hartnell from Kolemainen and Harakala. And then we got Parrott from Zikov and Claxton, and Cassian's first from Keith and Wong. Whew, that was a close one. Zikov had 4 points as a defenseman. Claxton, Parrott, 3 points. Harakala and Wong had 2 points. Our offense, though, in this round, fantastic. Every single line helped out. I really hope that continues in the next round. But I am so glad we got on to the next round. And Novikov getting a win in his playoff debut. Pretty terrible performance, but he got the win, and that's all that matters. He's going to be getting sent back down to the AHL. I didn't realize, actually, Parrott had a hat-trick in that game. God damn. Parrott with a hat-trick in Game 7. That's why he's getting paid the big bucks starting next season. Okay, let's send Novikov back down to the AHL. His trial run is done. He got us the win in Game 7, and hopefully he could do that in the future years when he comes up to the NHL as a full-time NHLer. But you're going back down to the AHL there, Novikov, and hopefully you get a chance to win that Calder Cup. Whew, wow. I am probably going to rely on Taze to start the next round, though, because I don't really trust Cox still. But I might have to go with Cox for at least a game or so. So let's get Novikov back in the AHL. There we go. And that's all set up and ready to go. Let's take a look at our player stats for that first round win. Yes, that's a first round win, and somehow Vegas gets onto the next round as well. There's a chance we might have to play them next round. I don't really know if we do, because I don't remember how it's set up with who faces who, but oh man, they took out Seattle in 5 games. The President's Trophy winners win in round 1. Interesting. Let's take a look at these player stats. Our depth scoring is going to be nuts here. Parrott, 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points in 7 games. Hartnell and Keith, 11 points in 7 games. Farrell, 8 points in 7 games. Claxton, 7 points as well. Wong, 4 points. Cassian, 4 points. As a fourth liner, Reinhardt, 3 points. The depth scoring is unreal. And everybody on our center core pretty much is shooting almost 20% on the team, except for Wong, shooting 11.8. Claxton shooting 14.3. And Keith shooting 16.7. Left wing wise, Darby was over a point per game, 8 points in 7 games. Right wing wise, Jorgensen 10 points in 7 games. A lot of them were early on, so he kind of struggled a little bit near the end of the series, but that's okay because other lines took over. LaRose, Walzer, and Vandenbush, not really much from those guys, but you wouldn't expect really much offense from them. Defensively, Zikov was fantastic point per game. Same with Harakala. Both those guys were a +7 in one game, which is unreal. 2 points for Danner, -2. Kolemainen 2 points. Boemeister 1 point, but +4 apiece. And Farrell no points, but a +3. Goaltending wise, Taze was pretty solid in that first round, or really good, I should say, in that first round. Cox absolutely trash. But we finally find a way to get to that next round, so that's really good news. The question is, are we going to be playing Vegas the next round, or who are we going to be playing? Let's see. It is going to be the Vegas Golden Knights. Oh my goodness. We have to go through Vegas to give her a chance to win a Stanley Cup this year, huh? Oh man, this is such a big rivalry game. Or rivalry series. We played them like 4 times. Yeah, 4 times now in the last 5 years. Most of them are first rounders, or all of them are first round, but this one's a second round one. They won the Stanley Cup, I believe, a few years ago as well, so. Winner of this series will face Arizona or Winnipeg, which is interesting. Let's take a look at that Vegas Golden Knights team. Even though it's probably similar to the ones we've seen in the past. Yeah, Jarvis, Eichel, Mangone. That line's been, or Eichel and Mangone have at least been together for a while. I think it was Lupul before on the top line. I don't remember exactly. There was somebody else here, I think, other than Jarvis. Second line, Nyquist, Lupul, and Ritchie, which is pretty solid. Third line of Mathieu, Culp, and Lundell. Oof, that is really good. And then Boldy, Marco Kasper, and Helminen. That center core is gross. Kasper's their best centerman, technically, overall-wise, but he's a fourth liner. Unreal. And they also have really good supporting wings on the left side. The right side, a little bit weaker, but still, that forward core is gross, and I can see why they scored 4 goals a game in the regular season or whatever it was. And, yeah, most of their money is spent on their offense, because they got Yermo and Carrier on defense, as well as Champion and Norlinder and Pivko and Wall. Carrier's still playing at 39, which is kind of a surprise. He's only 75 though. So, and goalie wise, they have Harima and Kikkonen still there. Yeah, most of their money is spent on their offense. They also have Anderchuk, Trainer, and Guerra's depth. Yeah, that is very scary. $6 million, $7 million for one more year, $13 million, $6 million, $7 million, $8 million. $10 million to play on the third line. Wow, okay. $7 million to play on the third line. $1 million, so really cheap player there for them at least. Boldy, $3 million. Kasper, 9.5 on the fourth line. And Helminen, 2.37. None of these defensemen should be making a lot, right? 4.24, 2.77? Jeez, okay, never mind. Some of these guys are getting overpaid. Wow. So I think we definitely have a chance if we play better defensively than them, but it's going to be like a battle of the offenses pretty much, I think, at this rate. Let's see what they did in the first round compared to us, and then that'll be it for this episode. Sorry about it being a little bit long again. Just had to take that first round a little bit slow. Let's see, first round compared to us. Let's go to Western Conference, sort by wins here. So they had 4.2 goals per game. We had 5 goals a game. They're worse defensively than us, though. Interesting. They were much better on the power play. Our power play actually struggled, and our penalty kill was way worse. So they have better special teams. We have better everything else, it seems like. Huh. Going to be interesting to see who wins round 2, because it's another rivalry matchup. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Anchorage Ice Tigers Draft to Glory franchise mode. So in next episode, we'll take it to round 2 against the Vegas Golden Knights as we look to finally beat them in the playoffs and get ourselves to a conference finals appearance. So anyways, think down below, and I'll see you guys next time.